Just when you think the Akaash situation couldn't get any worse, it did. Let's go ahead and get straight to it, man. This video is titled Akaash Singh's wife is his worst enemy by Hello Yasin Extras. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've been seeing all these clips and it's bad. It's really bad.
What's poppin', y'all? I really hope that I wouldn't have to talk about this again because I feel such a pain.
I mean, I hope too, but we're here. Oh, one thing about the internet, bro. The moment that they find out about a hot topic, they dig through old clips. Oh my God, it just keeps adding up.
When I hear this individual talk, and that is Akaash's wife, Jasleen, who I feel like...
Bro, that is not his wife. That's his wife's like podcast host.
Majority of us have found out about her against our will. Before that, we were just like, okay, yeah, you know, I had no idea what his wife even looked like. And I've watched Flagrant 2 a handful of times. I watched it more, I would say, I'd say 2022 probably was when I watched it most actively. Yeah, 2021, 2022. I don't think I really watched it after that. But I was like, okay, this is an entertaining show. Like, you hear about Akaash's wife, but she's just kind of this person. It's like the wife of Andrew, right? Like Andrew Schultz, I know he has a wife, but you know, it's just, she's just like, or like Charlemagne, right? Like, you know, Charlemagne has a wife or Snoop Dogg has a wife, but we don't see everything about her. But now she decides that she wants to be out there. And we've seen what's happened, which is her talking about getting cracked by everybody under the sun. And
yo, I'm not gonna lie, that was like the most disrespectful shit I've ever heard in my life, dude. Here's the thing about her, Jasleen Singh, right? Try not to mention college. Challenge impossible. She's failing it every single time. You could tell that her whole life peaked when she was in college. When I was in college, I was popping my pussy in them white boy frat houses. So why are you reminiscing about getting cracked by other men? Like literally, bro, where she's at in her life, she don't have to work. Her husband pays all the bills. She's constantly telling people about how great he is and how, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm not gold digging. You're not even in a position for the gold to be dug. My husband, boo, 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 right? He's taking you on trips to Turks and Caicos. Why are you constantly thinking back to college? Why is it that her mind mentally is in a college mentality?
Just destroying that dude Akaash Singh's reputation. Like that Akaash was winning. He had a 99.
No. She didn't destroy his reputation. He destroyed his own reputation, gang. Here's the thing, right? This situation started off as basically like once people found out about his wife and his relationship dynamic, people were pointing the finger at him being like, wait a minute. Weren't you talking about Will Smith and all these relationships, and you were talking about how perfect your wife is and how everybody needs to get married and this, that, and the third. Whole time your wife doing you worse than Jada did Will. Jada, she said it was an entanglement. The news had to come out. She wasn't talking about I was popping my pussy for Tupac and August Alsina. She never said that. So people were like, oh, so you're over here clowning all these red pill guys and you're talking about Will and Jada and all this shit. Meanwhile, you're not. Who are you? You feel me? And then his wife just began to talk so much to the point where like all the focus has kind of went off of him and now it's all about her. You know what I'm saying?
Literally the Fortnite 99 kill lead situation. And the person just came back from 100 when it came to the Myron Gaines beef because Akaash had the easiest win. Like you're against.
Bro, I'm not going to lie. If you lose a debate to fucking Myron Gaines, like what are we doing, bro? Myron Gaines got in his first relationship at 35 and his girl left him for a construction worker. That goes against everything that he believes with this red pill ideology. All that hypergamy shit went straight out the window.
It's one of the most widely hated and controversial figures on the internet that people want to lose, and you ended up losing. And then what happens after this? Instead of shutting up, which is the best thing that she could have done. No, her chronically online self decides to drop another podcast episode, which was probably already recorded, but still, you should have shut it down. And I don't mean that kind of shut it down, not that meme. Like Pokimane did with the Hassan situation. Remember when she was like, oh, we're going to...
I mean, she didn't want to shut it down in this situation. She wanted to post that shit.
Record a podcast this week. Yeah, they canceled all of that. So she should have done something like that, but no. She hops on and she makes it even worse. So we're going to go through a couple of clips here, and Akaash himself even replied to this situation, and oh, dear God almighty.
Where the f has chivalry gone? Yeah,
y'all killed it. Feminists killed chivalry. You wanted to be equal to men. You wanted to be treated like a man. What? Like, hey, don't get it twisted. I still open the door for women. I'll still pay for dates, but y'all did this. What do you mean?
Where has chivalry gone? Like, why do these men who make $60,000 a year talking about gold diggers? You don't have any gold to dig. You don't have to worry. You don't even have to worry about it. It's like, bro, we're not even talking about you because
we're not even talking about you, but we're talking about you, sweetie. We're talking about you.
Guys that are actually in the 1% tax bracket, they want to do like the things that my husband and Nav are doing. They want to take care of women. They don't want us to be stressed. They want to be in our...
Yeah, because they got money. Fuck. If you a multi-millionaire, obviously you're going to look out for your wife. What?
They want us to be in our divine feminine energy.
All right.
Once you start hearing words like divine feminine energy, that's when I would have swiped. She's watching that pink pill, like spiritualistic, like bullshit slop content, bro. She's talking about, that's like red pill, but for women. When a man asks you what you bring to the table, honey, you are the table. The thing about women is that they will never actually criticize each other unless it comes down to like actually exposing the truth. The only time I've seen like women criticize each other is when they call each other like pick-me's and shit like that. But when a girl says bullshit like that, yes, queen, clock it, bitch. Come on, bro. Women, even when they're wrong, will never criticize other women like that.
Now, this lady, she is chronically online. And this is the problem, right? She's like, 31, 32 years old right now, something. I think maybe 33 years old. She has TikTok brain, which is, all she has is time. Akaash is working. She has TikTok brain where her feed...
She got brain rot. That's what he's trying to say.
It's this identical if you took a 19-year-old girl's feed. Because you see her talk, she's like, oh, divine feminine energy. She starts using these phrases. I'm going to point out a couple more of these as we go.
What does divine feminine energy even mean?
But I had a friend who went through a similar situation to this.
This is like some zodiac shit.
Well, my rising is in Taurus and my sun is in Aquarius and my moon is in...
Like, bro, what?
His girlfriend was like 29 years old or something like that. And the influencer that she looked up to the most was this girl named Alex Earl. And this Alex Earl girl was like 20 or 19 even at the time. I don't even know. I'm like, yo, this is like, I thought there was supposed to be like a maturing going on, and she would use the same terminology as the 19-year-old TikTok girls. And she was dead serious, and she would behave like them too. It's not like she had planning or anything. And she didn't really have much of a career either. She kind of just had the job that she had was the same job that a 19 or 20-year-old girl could get, just to like make that a little bit clear, because she did have a job, unlike Jasleen here. But we got to go on to the next clip, because first off, before we go on to the next clip, you see how she suddenly made this about like gold digging when not a single soul under the sun has been laughing at Akaash because his wife is a quote gold digger. That has not been the premise of the situation whatsoever, but we'll get into that in a second. So I'm gonna play you guys the second clip right now.
Investing in your wife is the biggest ROI that you'll ever have. Investing in your wife is not a financial burden, because when you treat your wife like a princess or a queen, you spoil her, you give her stuff, you just let her be able to relax, she gets into this divine feminine energy, this divine...
You spoil her and relax. So you bust your ass and just let her chill. Who like, genuine question, who's gonna do that?
Divine feminine aura in return.
Divine feminine aura. Yo, what?
She gets into this divine feminine energy, this divine feminine aura. In return, she starts taking care of you in a much better way. She's so emotionally supportive of you, because women are so strong in their EQ and how they can take care of men and like really comfort them on this level that they, really haven't gotten since they were with their moms, and not mothering them, but just like giving them that emotional support.
So why would you say since their mom? See, that goes against that whole narrative, because girls don't want to compete with a man's mom. They don't want to mother a man. They don't want to do that shit. I'm trying to tell you that right now. You notice how she clarified that shit real quick. That goes against the agenda. Oh, well, so hold on. You mean to tell me you want a man to bust his ass, pay all the bills. That's just bare minimum. He got to go above and beyond, spoil you. And the only thing that he's getting in return is emotional support. I'll just get a fucking dog. I just get a Shih Tzu, and that shit, that shit can that shit can give me the same amount of fucking EQ or whatever the fuck she's talking about, bro. What? No, bro. The thing about here's the thing. I don't have anything against like a woman being a housewife, because I'm not gonna lie. Like, if a woman is a housewife, I think it is a beautiful thing, because it takes the burden of a lot of things, right? Men, we don't think about all the little small details in life, right? For me, bro, for example, I got one pillow in my bed. Women, they be having like 50 different pillows because they think about the back support and the neck support and a cuddle pillow and boo, 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 boo. Or they think about the hand towels and the interior design elements. And they think, oh, this will be cute. Oh, candles and all that type of shit. I don't think about none of that. I think about the bare minimum shit. Men, we're big picture thinkers. Girls don't like to think about the overall big picture. They think about the details, right? So if you're hustling and you're working and you trying to like secure you and your wife's future, and she's, you know, running the bath for you, and she's making you food, and she's asking you how your day was going, and she trying to make sure you good, I think that's a beautiful thing. But she's just saying me being comfortable, like her just sitting there. What?
And that energy gets rewarded in the universe. It starts coming back to you. And I can say I'm like a case in point example. Like, even before my husband really started making money, he always would find little ways to spoil me, even if it didn't cost that.
Why is she always talking about being spoiled? What the hell?
Much in the beginning. And now, like, we've gone from like him buying me like AirPods or like Nike shoes to now like,
yo, gang, AirPods is like $200. What are we talking about?
Oh, like little AirPods here and there.
AirPods is not cheap. Nike shoes, depending on what the shoes is, them for men, them like $200 shoes. I think women's shoes might be different, but damn.
You know, spending so much money at Miu Miu or Cartier or whatever. And I'm not saying that to be braggy. I'm saying that I've seen this principle like really, really work. And I truly believe that like a man that takes care of his wife is like blessed by the universe. He's a real man that is a real provider, that like, I keep bringing up
he's a real man. But then if you said, isn't there a clip of her talking about if they had a son, he would be soft just like him? So she views him as a beta bitch. She views him as soft. So how's he a real man?
Duality into this, but I feel like that's what God-fearing men do, like true alphas.
God-fearing men. Isn't she Indian? I don't know what her religion is, but most Indian people, they believe in like Hinduism. There's like multiple gods. What do you mean God-fearing man?
The amount of terminology, that another terminology.
Right, it just sounds like she's just swiping through fucking TikTok.
The online terminology. We've got divine feminine aura. We've got, taking care of you. We've got the greatest investment, emotionally supportive. EQ, one of the most incorrectly used words ever. EQ. And then it's like, yeah, you know, that they haven't experienced since they were with their mother. And then this is where she catches herself in the terminally online sphere that she's in, which is, oh no, wait, you're supposed to say you're not supposed to mother your man, but not in a mothering way. And this is the thing, if she's
facts
talking about the great, and this is what Akaash has done. Akaash has
women don't want to compete with a man's mom ever. They don't ever want that. They want to be number one, and then the mom got to be number two. Unpopular opinion, bro. As a man, no woman will ever love you like your mother, bro. You were once an egg inside of your mom. And you were in her stomach and she raised you. You feel me? Your mom will love you more than anybody in this world. You know what I mean? And when you see cases of moms not loving their children like that, or like really neglecting them and not taking care of them, it's like really bad, because it's like, wow, if your own mother neglected you, what is, you know what I mean? What is the world like?
Spoiled.
What is a reflection of the world?
She has not worked ever. She does whatever she wants. He buys her whatever she wants. She has a giant closet. He takes her on vacations.
Mew-mews.
He does anything under the sun. He even lets her start a podcast because she is so bored, right? Like she has so much luxury, she has to start a podcast. It's kind of like when you've got so much wealth, like these people in Gulf countries, and then they're like, yo, let's just build a city, bro. Let's just do that for fun. Let's see what that's like. Or let's just buy a whole like.
She's just doing the main quest already been completed. She just doing side quests and DLC shit.
Gaming organization. Like, didn't they do that? Didn't like some? They're like, let's just start a global tournament just because we like it. Or like, let's just buy. Oh no, let's buy EA. Like one of those.
On some Saudi
who
shit.
Was it that bought EA? One of these like
the
royal
Saudis.
Princes. Like that. That's what she's doing. She's like, let me just start a podcast. Hell, what could go wrong? A lot.
I think it's just because, like bro was saying, she's terminally online, and a lot of the content that she was probably watching, like a lot of that girl boss, like clock it bitch, like use this man up type content, she probably like it's probably just burnt into her fucking subconscious now. So she gets on there, she probably says some shit about her life. Because I've seen some of her podcast clips, and some of those story times are crazy. It was a story about her butt getting took by somebody. Like she got crazy hoe stories, and then she just regurgitates shit from her feed. You know what I'm saying?
And this is the thing. So he's done all of the things that she said. And then the greatest investment. So if the ROI for being such a great individual or a great man, right? Like investing into his woman is what Akaash Singh is getting, then
that's a horrible ROI. You got diminishing returns.
One, I'm just a boy. And number two is just club me upside the head so I knock out, wake me up with smelling salts and table saran wrap, and I look up and it's Dexter's facial hair looking at me before I get sent up to God. Because I would rather that outcome than whatever the hell because that's the return on investment it seems like he's getting. He got a ruined career. Like, what's the board?
Okay, ruined career is crazy. They making it seem like his life is over, bro. Nah, he just got clowned by the whole internet.